Recording to you live from Grove Street. You know, live from the hood. I gotta be seeing what the fuck look financially incentivized today, man. Financially incentivized. I'll be trying to look for opportunities. I'm going to the ops hood to look for opportunities. Oh no, I ain't talking about doing nothing bad, man. No, everybody got a role to play, man. Everybody got a job to do, man. Some days my job is shake people's hands. Some days my job is light the ops hood on fire. Entertainment purpose. I swear to God, one time, bro, I rented a helicopter ride. I ran a helicopter ride with my wife, right? You know, and cause she wanted to do it, she thought I'd be like, oh, it's romantic and shit, bro. No, fuck out of here. So she fucking, she gets the helicopter ride and shit. And like, before the ride, I knew where we was gonna be flying this shit at. Where the pilot was gonna be taking us, right near one of the ops hoods. They OT though, they OT out. So like, I'm already, you know what I'm saying? I know I can't bring a gun in this bitch. So I said, wait, let me think outside the box. Or more so, outside the helicopter. So it gets to be like the day before this dumbass helicopter ride that she had us booked for. Spent fucking $350 for this shit, bro. This shit was some dumbass tour guide shit. That's the type of shit that made me really start, you know, saying we're going to start implementing this check-in process. Why you think I'm outside right now? We outside. I'm outside. Anyway, so, top of the morning. So anyway, yeah, it was like, it's gonna be like the day before. Fucking Trump, man. Fuck your shit, man. It's gonna be like the day before, and I'm, you know what I'm saying? I know I'm gonna do something. But I'm like, if I bring a gun, that's immediately not happening. Then my wife mad, because I did the type of shit I normally do when things get messed up because I present myself in the wrong way. So, and I don't exist in the white world anymore. That's what, when a job fires you because they say he doesn't fit well in a corporate setting, he doesn't do well in a commercial setting, that's why. That's what that really means. That means that, no, you got the hood in you too much. That's all that means. That just means you talk greasy while you trying to sell shit to customers. That's what that means. When they tell you you don't fit in, you don't act in a professional manner. That's another way to word it. I started hearing that a lot, and that was like, I noticed that. I said, is that the like nice way of saying like, yeah, you don't exist in the white world, so you're fired? Anyway, yeah, like the fuck I'm gonna do, kneel down to some kid at Bennigan's because he's 4 years old and doesn't know what fucking soda he wants, so I'm gonna fucking kneel down and be like, would you like an Orange Crush? What about a Diet Coke? Not even like thinking, bro, this kid's 4 years old. Why am I telling him we have drinks with caffeine and his parents ain't even saying nothing? Anyway, so back on top, I used to hate when fucking waiters and shit would do that to me when I was a kid. I hated that shit. I would be like, I really be wanting to say, like 4-year-old me be like, stop using that fucking dumbass silly voice and stand up when you're talking to me and look me in the eye. Yo, if I could have formulated that and do a sentence to one of these motherfuckers as a kid, bro, because as a kid, I was very, like my fists were my words a lot of the time, man. I had a lot of words I could use, but my fists chose to be the ones I use the most. So it's something that I really got used to, and I'm still getting used to being able to use words that like really be hitting like that. 'Cause I know I be saying shit, and the way I be saying it, like, motherfuckers know it's real. I I don't sugarcoat none. And I be really telling people what I think about them, and that's why people fuck with me. So anyway, like I said, so it get to be like the day before this helicopter ride. It was on Saturday morning. You know what I'm saying? Like this shit was like, I guess like I don't know if you call it a tent or a booth at like this hot air balloon festival that literally is in like this little town, but the whole helicopter ride takes you like mad far because you're in a helicopter, so you can go cover way more ground in a car. So I know we're gonna be right like flying over the ops hood. So I went to Home Depot. I got a big 2-gallon orange bucket, okay? And then I went and I took a whole bunch of the styrofoam from all the shit you see in my stairs. And I went to the gas pump and I bought about 4 gallons of gasoline. Okay, so in total, see, this was back when Trump was in office, so it cost like, that shit was like, in total it was like $12 to put it together. Yo, people was probably looking at me crazy too, because I'm just filling up mad gas tanks and then walking with them. So yeah, I get this shit back to the house and you know what I'm saying? Keep in mind, entertainment purposes. I have to be very careful how I word this. The pilot of the helicopter said what I did was technically terrorism. I still don't know how I'm still walking around free and knowing like nothing's came of it. So I decided I was going to light the ops hood on fire. I was going to light the ops on fire from about, how high do helicopters fly? I know planes is like 36,000 feet. How high is helicopter? I think like 1,200 feet, 1,600 feet. But I know that they're not above the clouds. I know that, and that you get that at like 26,000, 20,000 feet about. I knew this was something I could probably, he was gonna give me a hard time about it, but I could swing it. And I actually did. So I pull up to this hot air balloon festival with this orange bucket that's full of this green putty that's like mad sticky, and it smells like gasoline. And ironically, the helicopter pilot, I guess he had done like 2 tiers of duty in Vietnam. Like he was telling me how he had been in Khe Sanh. I guess he was stationed in Khe Sanh for one of them. And he kept saying that like I was gonna get him in a lot of trouble and shit, but I never even got in trouble for it. So I just told him, I gave him an extra $100. I was like, just, you know what I'm saying, say you don't know what happened. So I fucking, we get to the spot, bro. We go up and he's showing us all these sights and shit. And I'm like, I don't really care about this, but I'm playing along. I told him that the green shit in the bucket was, it was a ceremonial ritual of how I was going to get rid of my grandmother's ashes. So I put it into this green putty that I made so that she would be preserved in it forever. And it had like a bunch of matchsticks in it too. I like took a book of matches, actually 2 books of matches, and just took the matches out and just threw them in this shit. And then so we get to like I'm like, yo, you could just like hold here for a sec, like you can get in a holding pattern. I know it's a helicopter, so it's probably easier to do that than it is in a plane. He's like, yeah, sure, we can hover for a minute. And he started seeing me move towards the bucket, and he's like, what are you doing? I said, I told you I spread my grandma's ashes on hood. So I take the shit, I light a match, and I literally open the door. It was one of them little MD500 Lil Bird Johns, you know what I'm saying, but the civilian version with no guns on. And I opened it, he's like, what are you doing? You can't do. I said, bro, this shit ain't pressurized, we good. And bro, when I lit that shit, I almost blew the helicopter up. I thought because gravity, I'm like, I'm gonna light this shit, it's gonna go down, and it'll burn as it's going down, which is what happened. But I didn't know when I threw that matchbook that I lit in there. I literally took a lighter and lit a matchbook and threw it in the shit. And there was a like explosion that happened at first that was like so crazy that the helicopter, dude lost control for a sec, bro. And then I heard on the news that like literally like someone thought the US Army dropped a napalm on the ops hood. Entertainment purposes, I'm out of this bitch.